For the green eggs and ham Scratch coding, the first step is to upload all the sprite characters from the short story. You will need 5 characters: a Sam I Am character, a Fox and Socks character, a Joey character, a green eggs and ham, and a mouse in a house. You will want to edit the names of the sprites and make sure they are matching up with the characters from the story so it is easier for the coding process, especially if you select sprites that are directly from the Scratch program. For my program, I was able to upload some of the characters from Google Pictures from the green eggs and ham story. So you can see here I am changing the name from the dinosaur to Joey. And you're going to want to move and place all of the sprites on the background where you would like them. I'm going to go ahead and begin with step number 1. We are going to start with Sam I Am. You're going to add a control block when the green flag is clicked. Then you are going to go to the motion blocks and you are going to add a go to X and Y, and the positioning should be automatic from wherever the sprite was set. After this motion block, we are going to add a control block that says wait 1 second. Now we're going to switch sprites. We are going to go to the Joey character. For the first step for the Joey character, we are going to add a when the green flag is clicked command block. That is under the events. Then we are going to add a go to X and Y, and the position should be automatic from wherever Joey is. Make sure Joey is in the right spot. Then we're going to add a control block, wait for 1 second. Then we're going to go into the look script and we're going to add a say, and we will edit it to say, Sam I Am, that's Sam I Am, I do not like that Sam I Am, for 4 seconds. Make sure that you selected for 4 seconds. Now we're going to go back into the events blocks and we are going to broadcast Sam I Am. You'll want to make sure you change the message. After this, we are going to switch characters to the eggs and ham sprite. I realized that I didn't have an eggs and ham, so you can make one very easily by adding a sprite from Scratch. I used the beach ball. Any one of the sprites can be edited by messing with the colors to get a green eggs look. I used the beach ball and changed the background to be green and one of the spots to be dark green so it looks like a nice green sunny side up egg. You want to make sure you have a total of 5 sprites. You will see that in my video I do have an extra sprite. That is the Dr. Seuss house that I found on Google Pictures. You do not have to include extra sprites, but you can get as creative as you want. Now that I have my green sunny side up egg, I'm going to change the name. Instead of beach ball, it will now say green eggs. That is a very important step. And now I'll move the green eggs to the original beginning spot. So now we'll go back to the script. We're going to put an event when the green flag is clicked. And we will also say a motion script go to X and Y. Then we're going to switch over to the mouse and house sprite. The first script for the mouse and house will be a when the green flag is clicked. Just drag that over, and then we're going to make sure it says go to X and Y. Whoopsie, I messed up. Now we want to make sure that for mouse it says hide after when the green flag is clicked. So you'll see I deleted the other one and made sure that hide is after being the second block. Now, we're going to switch to Fox in a Box when the green flag is clicked, and we're going to hide him as well. Now, for step number 2, we're moving back to Sam I Am. We will put a event block when I receive Sam I Am. Then we will add a control, wait 1 second. Then we are going to go into the looks script, and we will say hello for 2 seconds, and we're going to edit that hello to say, do you like green eggs and ham? Question mark. And we will want him to say that for 2 seconds, so that 2 is fine. Now I want him to broadcast. We're going to change that Sam I Am. It should say, do you like? So we'll make a new message for the broadcast. Now, the next block, we are going to add a wait block, but we're going to change it for 3 seconds. Then we're also going to add another event script. It's going to say, when I receive, we will edit the message to say, show house. After that show house receive block is complete, we will say, from the look scripts, would you like them in a house? Question mark. Would you like them with a mouse? And we are going to edit that time for 3 seconds. After this look script, we are going to move back to the control, and we will add a wait for 1 second block. Now we're going to want to say broadcasting. We're going to edit the message to say mouse question mark. Now we're going to switch back to Joey. We're going to add a when I receive block, and we'll change that message to say do you like. After this do you like block, we're going to go back to the control scripts and add a wait for 1 second block. Then we will go back to the motion blocks, and we will add a say block, and we will change that hello message to say I do not like them, Sam I Am. And that 2 second time period is fine. Still in the Joey sprite, we are going to add another wait for 1 second block. Then we're going to go back to events, and we are going to broadcast a new message which will say show house. Then we're going to stay within the events, and we are going to add another when I receive block, but we are going to change that to mouse. Then we're going to add another say block from the looks, and it should say, I do not like them in a house! Exclamation mark. I do not like them with a mouse! Exclamation mark. I do not like green eggs and ham! Exclamation mark. We will change this time for 3 seconds. The final block for step 2 in the Joey sprite will be a event block. We are going to broadcast a message to say, hide house. All right, we are ready for the next step. We're going to switch to the house. We are going to add a block. We will want it to say, when I receive show house. We are going to then add another look script, and we will say show. So I'm going to the house. I'm going to delete this incorrect one I put here. Delete the incorrect. So we're going to make it say, when I receive. It should say show house. And then we are going to show. Now, step number 3. The mouse in the house, which for me is 2 separate ones, but for you could be one sprite, we will do when I receive hide house or house hidden. We are going to hide from the look script. Then we're going to go back to the events, and we are going to broadcast house is hidden. And then we will add another broadcast that says show box. So we will want it to say broadcast. We're going to change that Sam I am to show box. You want to make a new message. After that broadcast block is complete, we're going to switch to the Sam I am sprite. We're going to add an event block, which will say that when I receive the message that the house is hidden. Now we're going to jump to the Joey. We're going to add a when I receive, and we're going to change that message to Fox. Then we're going to add a control wait for 1 second block. Then after that, it should say Fox question mark. Now we're going to add the wait for 1 second. Then we're going to go to the looks. We're going to say, edit that hello message to say, I would not like to eat them in a box. I would not like to eat them with a fox for 3 seconds. After that block is complete, we will add a control wait for 1 second block. And we will add another broadcast block from the events that will say hide box. That is the end of step number 3. for the green eggs and ham scratch. We are on to step number 4. For step number 4, we are going to start with the fox in a box script. Go back to the fox in a box. We will add a event when I receive hide box. Make sure you change that message. Then we will go to the looks, hide it. Then we'll go back to the events and we're going to broadcast that the box is hidden. Make sure you change that message. Now we're going to switch to the Sam I Am sprite. We are going to add a event block when I receive that the box is hidden. The message should say box hidden. And then we're going to add a control wait for 1 second block. Then we're going to looks, we'll say hello, edit that to 3 seconds and change the message to say you do not like them, so you say, period. Try them, comma, try them, comma, and you may, exclamation mark. After that speech block is complete, we're going to add another control wait for 1 second block, and then finally for Sam I Am, the last block for Sam I Am will be a broadcast block from the events, which will say try them. We're going to broadcast try them, a new message. After that block is complete, we're going to switch to the Joey sprite. We will add a when I receive try them. Then we are going back to looks. We will say if you will let me be, comma, I will try them, you will see. And we want to make sure that the time for that is 3 seconds. Then after that, we are going to add a wait for 1 second block. Then we are going to broadcast the message that we need ham. Now we're going to go to the green eggs and ham block. We are going to add the final pieces for the green eggs and ham. We are going to add a when I receive need ham. Then we are going to add a show block. Then we're going to go to the motion scripts and we are going to add a glide for 2 seconds to the X and Y, and you want to make sure that the coordinates are a position that is next to Joey. So hover your mouse over the spot where you want the green eggs and ham to end up and copy and paste those X and Y coordinates into the glide command block. After that block is complete, we're going to go to the control scripts and add a wait for 2 second block. Make sure you change that. Then we're going to go to looks, we're going to hide the green eggs and ham, and then go back to the events, and we are going to broadcast a message that which says ate ham. We ate the ham. So that'll be a new message. And that is the end of step number 4. We are on to the 5th and final step for the green eggs and ham short story on Scratch. There is just one more sprite which we're going to edit. We're going to go back to the Joey. We're going to add an event when I receive ate them. Then we're going to go back to control, wait for 1 second. Then go back to looks. We're going to say block. And you will edit it to say, comma, I like green eggs and ham, exclamation mark. I do, comma, I do, exclamation mark. Thank you, Sam I Am. And we will want the time for that to be 3 seconds. And after you've completed all these blocks, you can press the green flag on your Scratch program to run the program and to make sure that everything is working properly. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and find it useful for making short stories. especially the green eggs and ham by Dr. Seuss.